Good morning, friends. Good morning. There's something on my chest I must take out. I'm on my way to work, but I had to stop. I have to stop on the way to speak to you. I had an incredible discussion with somebody yesterday. I called my bank for something, and in the course of the discussion with the customer service officer, who was very fantastic, we spent 30 minutes talking about marriage. Yes, in the course of discussion, I mentioned that yes, my husband gives me money from time to time just for my just for upkeep, and as his job as a husband, that irrespective of how much I earn, it is his responsibility to look after me because I'm his wife. And he was so intrigued, and he said, "Oh, that's he wishes his girlfriend does not hear that kind of story. In fact, that when they go out to eat, two of them are always arguing who we pay." I said, "Well, it's unfortunate," and I began to tell him about Christian marriage and African marriage. That so he says he doesn't believe in marriage because it's just certificate. I said, "Well, that is where he got it so wrong. When you go to university, when you finish, there's an evidence that you had a degree. They'll give you a certificate. Is it in vain? No. When you buy something, they give you receipt. Is it in vain? No. When you buy a land, they give you a certificate of occupancy, or they give you your document. Is it wrong? No. You do so they give you an award, they give you a certificate. Is it wrong? No. Then why is it that you do enter into an incredible, important, lifelong relationship and you think you don't need a certificate as a deed, as a token of love, as a reminder, as a seal to say this is evidence? I said, that is where he's missing. He said, no, he cannot be committed. I said, it's that because some of you, especially, so he was talking that, yeah, being born and raised in the UK and in the Western world, that doesn't matter. I said, yes, because most of you, your commitments are shallow. You are never committed. You are committed at the moment. You don't commit for the future. But marriage is a lifelong commitment. And in Christendom and also in Africa where I came from, that marriage is not cannot be entered into lightly. It's something you think about. It's something you choose among all the people in the world and choose one person and say, I'm committed to you. Two of us, we are committed to each other. Then we invite our families to be a witness that, look, among all the billions of people in the world, I have made a choice and I want to live my life with so person. And you also go before God and God's people and say, be my witness. Then you have ring or Bible as a token to show that I love you. Every time I remember it, and it reminds me of my husband's love, and when he remembers mine, it reminds me of my love for him. So it reminds both of you of your commitment to each other. I said, and I told him, I said, look, this ring, since my husband gave it to me, I don't remove it. I wear it when I'm sleeping. I wear it when I'm bathing. I don't remove it. I only remove it if I think it's too tight. I bring it out and put it back again. I said, because I am committed eternally as long as we have life. So the certificate is not what makes the marriage, but certificate is also a show, it's an evidence that I have somebody that I'm committed to. So please, let's teach our children whether they are born. I was telling him, I said, look, my children are all born here. They have all grown up here. They've been to Africa once, but they have to learn our Christian way. So I had to teach my daughter when she was getting married that, look, when you go to an office, there's always either a director, there's a manager. When you have a football team, there's always a manager, there's a captain. They're all equal, but there's a captain, there's a manager. When you go to everywhere that's serious business, you go into the car, there's a driver. You are all equal in the car, but there's a driver. When you enter into the flight, there's a pilot. There are co-pilots, but there's the main captain. So how can you enter into something that is more important than all this without anybody taking charge? Somebody have to be responsible. And it doesn't mean that the person is domineering. It doesn't mean that the person is superior. No, it shows that somebody has to take the lead while the other person supports. So that is what marriage is all about. That's what Christian marriage is all about. So I teach my daughters, don't ever say because you are British born and bred, and so you override God's blueprint for marriage. And also, I love the marriage of our cultural marriage, our paying of dowry, and traditional marriage. It's very important. It gets your family committed. It gets friends. Friends bear witness. Family. So when any of the couple, if any of them at any point feel grieved, feel something is wrong, they can run to any of these people. They can run to the man's family or to the woman's family. They can run to their friends. They can go to their pastor. They can go to those witnesses, those who were witnesses to their marriage, and say, look, this is what is happening. I have prayed. I have done everything. Nothing is working. Can you help us? So, and before one person leaves that marriage, they will have to think about their commitment and the promise they made to everybody who witnessed the marriage. And this is very crucial. But this idea of just see somebody one day, maybe the person's legs look very beautiful, maybe the person has a good job, maybe you see the person, you just carried away, then you two of you say, okay, we are partners, we are boyfriend, we are girlfriend, we are, So yeah, why don't you go further to show that I'm committed? I said it's because some of you are shy of commitment. You just want something temporary. So when it is not favoring you, when it is not the way you want, you just run off. So there is nothing that reminds you that you had a promise. There's nothing that reminds you that, look, I'm committed to this person. I said, I don't buy into that. And he said, oh, he doesn't buy into my own idea. So I believe as a Christian that marriage is very important. The certificate is important. It's not a paper, but it is not the commitment. It is a sign. It's a seal. It's a reminder of your commitment to somebody before people and before God. So what do you think? What's your own side of the story? What's your opinion? Thank you so much. Please, if you have children, pass on this marriage model to them, no matter where they are born, whether in the US, whether wherever. Let this model be passed on to them. The Bible made it very clear. God made a man and brought a woman as a help. The woman is not the head. The man is the head of the home. He makes the decision. The woman have ideas, opinions, and share it with the man. They pray about it, and the man can come to a conclusion. Time comes in a marriage where the man trusts the woman so much and say, look, I love the wisdom of God upon you. I love your ideas. Yes, so if a woman brings an opinion, the man can say, yes, that's really actually what we need to do. And two of you agree together. But it's very important that one person takes charge and take responsibility, and that is the man. And that is my faith, and that is scriptural, and that is also my how Igbo people, our marriages are, and we enjoy it. So when you, as a man, come to a woman and say, I want to marry you, is that man has decided that the parents were looking after the girl, the brothers were looking after the girl, the sisters were, and you as a man goes to them and say, you have tried, you have looked after her all these years, now I want to take over, I want to care for her, I want to look after her, and I want her to help me. Then when you get married to that woman, you don't stop. You don't say, now you are earning so much money, now you are this, so I don't help you. I said, no. As Igbo man, as Igbo woman, we know the husband, no matter how much the wife is earning, the man is still committed financially. Once in a while, he has to give the woman money to make their hair, to buy clothes. It's not part of food, money for food or rent or mortgage or whatever. No, it is just to look after you because I made a promise to your parents that I will look after you. So your husband will give you money to buy clothes, buy shoes, make up, dress well for him. So the pride of an Igbo man is to, when they see their wives, people see a woman and say, whose wife is that? She looks cute. She's well dressed. She's so happy. And they say, it is the wife of that Odogu man. And the man will say, yes, that's my wife. No matter what he is wearing, he may not be wearing so much expensive clothes, but he will make sure his wife and his children looks well because it is his responsibility. So I want to tell all of you who say marriage certificate is just a paper, you are running away from responsibility. Be committed and be responsible. Stop running away. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Pastor Chika here.